Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I came up with another new video which is how to create a drop downs. It can be a dynamic, it can be a normal drop down. So here you are able to see there is a data with employee code and their name and designation, department, salary. So here I have created drop down. If I'm selecting the employee code, according to the employee code the details was updating. Similarly, we'll create the thing in upcoming minutes and I'll showcase you how to create. And the other one is, so here you are able to see a candidate name, their age and the gender and the type of degree. So according to degree, here it will be showing the branches. So I was selected engineering. If I'm selecting science related, arts, it will showcase the uh, relevant dialog boxes in next column. So we'll see that how to create and all the things. So by end of this video you will know how to create the dynamic drop downs. So I'm taking the same copy and I'll be explaining you how to create a drop downs in that. Whatever we have seen previously, the employee codes and all the details. So here I am copying the employee code into separate column. So now I will create a drop down list for this. For that, go to data ribbon. From that, select the data validation. So in the settings, go to list and the source, select the employee code details over here. So I was selected all the 50 employees details. Posted, just press OK. So you will see the employee codes on respective column. So now I want all other details. For that, what I'm doing is I'm copying other cells also in next to employee code. Now what I will do is I'll use a VLOOKUP function and then I create a link up between these two data. So for that, go to formula bar and type equals to, then type the VLOOKUP. So the lookup value is the employee code on a top row. Select that, give the comma, post that table array is the data. So I'm selecting all the data. So now I want the column index number. I'm looking for a employee name, right? So for that reason I'm giving a column count as 2 comma. So here it is asking for a true or a false. So for that reason I'm directly giving as a 0. So it will count it as a false and take it. So if you see, the employee code SD4 name is this one. So I'm changing other employee code. The name got updated automatically if you see. Similarly, what I will do is I'll copy the VLOOKUP function to all the cells. So before that, what I will do is I'll log this entire formula by using a F2 and F4 option. Now I want the designation. For that reason, I'm changing into a 3 column number. So here I want the department. For that I'm changing a 4th column If you want to give it an individual formula, you can select individual, but I have selected entire table. That's the reason I'm only changing the numbers. So if you see the employee related information, so everything got updated. Now I'm changing other employee details. 15. So it was quantine and software engineer. Department is technical, and his gross salary is 90,000. So this is the first method what we have seen earlier. So in this method, we'll use indirect function and we'll create the data tabs. So the list tab, whatever we are seen earlier. So now I want the age first. So for that age, I'm creating a age details. So I'm going to lock this entire columns into age. So for that, what I will do is I'll go to formula tab. Here you will find the create from selection. Just go to create from selection and define the name. So pick on a top row and give it as age. So here you will find age. So whenever you are creating a drop down, just give it as a age. The list will be updated according to that. So I'll showcase you. Go to data tab and data validation list. Here what we'll do is just equal to age. Okay, press OK. It will give you the age list whatever we have created. Now I want to create the gender. Similarly, selecting the columns where I want, and I'm switching to data validation. Here list, and I'm entering manually because it is only 2 values. Male, female, and I'm giving it as a other. So from this, I'm selecting a age. Here I'm selecting a gender. So for the degree, I'm going to create a degree details over here. So this is the degrees what I have created. Engineering, science, and arts. If I'm selecting engineering, this detail should be represent in a branch column. So according to that, I have to create a dynamic drop down list. So let's give the degree details drop down over here. Go to data validation, give the list and select the data. So I'm selecting horizontally to create the drop down. Okay, so here it will take the degree list. So now I want the science related information over here. For that, what I will do is I'll select this entire data. I'll go to formula and create name from selection. So I'll remove a left column option, press OK. So if I select arts, it is selecting arts. If I select engineering, it is selecting engineering related data. If I select science, science data is reflecting here. So now what I will do is I'll go to branch tab and selecting the data validation option, list. Here what I will do is I'll take an indirect formula. Post that, what I will do is I'll select any of the column from here and I'm removing the lock option because it has to freeze for all the column line items. So for that reason I'm removing it. Just press OK. If you see now, science related data is updating here. So I'm selecting other branch, engineering. So here engineering data is only visible. If I select arts, so this is, if I want to add any new options into a degree, so for that reason what I'll do is I will convert this into a table. So for that you can go to insert, you can take it as a convert table option, or you can use a shortcut of control T. It will create a table. So here I'm adding another degree. So I'm adding as AC here, and so will this data is reflecting here or not, we'll see. So I'm selecting engineering, I have added a ECE, so it is reflecting. If I go to science, it is reflecting geology, and arts, it is reflecting as a French. So this is the easiest way to create that dynamic drop down. So I'll show you another data as well. This is somewhat difficult to remember, but I'll showcase you a very simple data where you can use an indirect formula and create your drop downs. If you see here, I have a fruits and vegetables. Now I have to give the fruits and vegetable details over here. For that, what I'm giving is, I'm simply created a table. For the type, I'm selecting the data and switching to data validation tab. From that, I'm selecting a type of fruit. Just go to list and select the fruit type and vegetable as your main drop down. So now what I will do is, here I select the fruits list. I'll rename it as fruit. If you want to change into a different color, you can give. So this is another different method what I was showing you. Previously I was went into a formula tab and I was changing the name from create from a selection. So here you are using it as a top row option, selecting OK. So it will be created over here. So now what I'm doing is, I'm only selecting the list of things and I'm changing this vegetables. Now what I will do is, I'll select the fruit type or a vegetable type here, and the drop down has to be created over here. For that I'll go to data validation tab, list, and again here I'm typing the indirect function. Selecting the type of fruit, and just remove this buttons because we don't want to lock this cell. That's the reason we are removing this, because it has to be updated for all other columns. Just press OK. So you will see only fruits related data. So now when I'm selecting a same formula, I'm copying to all the cells. So if I select any fruit, it will reflect a fruit name. If I select any vegetable name, it will reflect with vegetables only. So this is all about today's video. Thanks for watching my channel. Please do subscribe my channel. Support me for more videos.